with another banger. So please smash that like button and subscribe. And yeah, man. We're gonna talk this boxing, man. Danny Swift Garcia is looking like he's gonna be moving up to 154 pounds, bro. So that could be a big decision, man. That could change a lot of things at the 154-pound division. I mean, you got Jamel Charlo at 154. You know what I mean? You got a lot of killers at 154. You got Jared Hurd. He's a really big name as well at 154 pounds. You know what I mean? And then you got the likes of what's another guy you got at 154. You still got you still got Julian Williams, J Rock. I mean, yeah, he lost to Rosario, but he can still be a tough outfit. For a lot of those people out there, you know what I mean? Like I really, really feel that Danny Garcia can make it a good impression. You know what I'm saying? I think he can make a good impression. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna lie. I really think Danny Garcia can make a good impression at 154 because the way Danny Garcia is, Armando, what's up, bro? We back, man. You already know, man. You already know we back, man. You already know we back. You know we back, man. They mad that we back, but we back. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start bumping these videos out. I'm gonna start showing my fans how I really built this channel to be what it is, and ain't nobody fall off. We just fell back. You know what I'm saying? So now it's time to, get back to work. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, man. So the first video right now today is this Danny Garcia news, man. Wow, man. Shout out to Armando. He says, yes, sir. 100. You already know. But yeah, Armando, what you think about it, man? My personal opinion about Danny Garcia moving up to 154 pounds, I think is good. I think it refreshes the division. It's already a hot division as it is. And it just makes it even hotter. You know what I mean? That Danny Garcia's in, you know what I mean? That he's in it. You know what I mean? I really, really feel that, Danny Garcia can make a really good impression, man. You got other guys. Yeah, you got other guys at 154 pounds. But what other guys do you really have? You know what I mean? That has the name like a Danny Garcia. I mean, this dude is a three-time. This dude is I believe he's a three-division. Hold on, he's a two-division world champion. Okay, two-division world champion. He's trying to go for three. All right, he's trying to go for three. So, with that being said, I mean, the sky. My personal opinion is I think the sky's the limit. But Danny Garcia, he's one of those type of guys. At the end of the day, he right now Danny Garcia just needs that one opponent to pretty much make him to make that fight even bigger. And if he can get a win at 154 against some of the top names, like if he could get a win over Julian J Rock, Philly versus Philly, y'all, Philly versus Philly. I ain't think about that. I ain't even think about that. I ain't even think about that. I ain't even think about that. That's crazy though. I ain't even think about that. But yeah, man. I mean, Philly versus Philly, shit. I'm down. I'll pay for that shit. You know what I mean? For sure. DSG he says DSG can make some noise at 154. He can beat more than half of the elite fighters at 154. Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. I definitely see where you coming from with that. For sure. Let me take this jacket off. I'm hot as hell in here. Woo! We on live, y'all. We on live, man. It's Corey Lee Boxing Live, man. We don't do everything by the book over here, man. You know what I mean? This is just as, it's a live stream, man. So get with it, man. Shit on the live, man. Shit on the fly. So yeah, he says DSG can make some noise at 154. He can beat more than half of the elite fighters at 154. Who do you think? I see what you're saying. But who can he beat? Who do you think he can beat at 154? That's the question. Who do you think he can beat at 154? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You got guys like you even got Tony Harrison at 154. That's a good start right there. You got Tony Harrison. You got a lot of different fighters, at 154 that could actually make a name for themselves. You know what I mean? Come getting a win off of Danny Garcia, or if Danny Garcia could get a win off of them. You know what I mean? Danny Garcia is a very versatile fighter, man. You know what I mean? You got to understand, Danny Garcia is one of these guys out here that's actually been at the top and knows how it feels to stay at the top. You know what I mean? A lot of these fighters and these new generation fighters and stuff like that, they get the belt, they're like one and done. You know what I mean? Look at Look at with the guy that just fought Canelo, man. Not Smith. Smith held the belt for a little while, you know what I mean? But I mean, nobody really knew him. I mean, he didn't. He might have defended it a couple times, but I mean, nobody knew him. He didn't really defend it of nobody of note that should be like, damn. I remember so it's like he pretty much got the title, and then it was like one or two defenses, and then he lost to Canelo. You know what I mean? Like, same thing goes with shit. Who else did Canelo fight? Canelo been fighting some shit. He fought somebody else that it was only like one or two defenses, and he lost. So it's like one of those things. Like, these guys aren't holding on to the belts. And could you guys imagine, bro, a future showdown? Which I know it probably won't happen, but Danny Garcia versus Canelo. I mean, Danny is going up to 154, and Danny did say that he's. I don't know if I don't want to word him right. I mean, I don't want to word him wrong. I don't want to quote him wrong. But he said something along the lines of, pretty much like, he's gonna fight. He's not gonna fight the top names. He's gonna fight like the champions and the guys who he thinks he can beat. I believe he said something along those lines. You know what I mean? Which, I mean, Danny Garcia wouldn't be a big 154 pounder even if he did go in that division. You know what I mean? He wouldn't be a big 154 pounder at all. So Armando says, like the only one, guys, I don't DSG beating Adams, Castellano, Lubin, and Charlo. So he says don't I don't DSG. Oh, so you don't think he can beat these guys? You don't think Danny Garcia could beat? You don't think he can beat Adams? I think he could beat Adams. I think Danny Garcia could definitely beat Adams. Castellano, that's a tough fight, man. That's a tough guy, man. He gave Lara all he could handle. He just won the world title just now. But I think he stopped Texera, if I'm not mistaken. He just fought for that WBO belt. But hey, listen, man, there's plenty of fights at 154 for Danny Garcia, and that's probably a future fight for Danny Garcia, the Castellano fight. You know what I mean? I see Danny Garcia fighting a guy like him. You know what I mean? Danny Garcia is not over in his career. Just because he lost to Earl Spence doesn't mean his career is over. You know what I mean? Who's to say they'll never meet again? You never know, man. You can't write out a fighter like Danny Garcia right now, because Danny Garcia he's still with the shits, I think. You know what I mean? He still fights, at a pretty high level. I mean, shit, he just lost to Earl Spence, but I don't believe it was a whitewash. I don't believe that Danny Garcia didn't win any rounds. I think he won some rounds, but it's one of those type of things, you guys, where, Danny Garcia is going to be there, man. He's a dog. And I just felt like, at the end of the day, man, I want to see if Danny Garcia can really live up to the hype, because he really didn't live up to the hype at 147. I mean, like we thought he was, with cleaning out that division too. You know what I mean? He cleaned out 140, and then Terrence Crawford came in right behind him. Pause. But then then that's when Crawford became undisputed as well. So Danny Garcia is just one of those fighters, man, where, he fought everybody at 140, but he didn't fight everybody at 147, but he didn't get the notable wins that we thought he was going to get at 147. You know what I mean? Like, just to be honest with you. DSF, what's up? Free Smoke Boxing. He said DSG wash entire 140. DSG was entire 147. DSG 3 robberies on paper. Give me a name at 147. DSG 154. Give me a name. DSG, salute to DSFG in the chat, man. Salute. Smash that like button, y'all. Can we get these likes up, man? That's all I'm trying to do is get these likes up. But yeah, man. I really think that Danny Garcia could fight. Like he said, Castellano just became the world champion, so I think that's a pretty good fight. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Get these likes up. Smash that like button, you guys. Share this on all social media platforms, you guys. I'm back, baby. But yeah, let me read you guys this chat, man. It says Armando says people tend to forget DSG is strong. He was stronger than Spence. He outmuscled Spence at the end. If DSG would have upped the pressure, if he would have upped the pressure. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hey, Shelby. I'm gonna go in there and try to find it for you when I get in there. Hold on real quick. I had to say what's up to the family. Alright, so back at it again. Hey, Corey, you know the DSG haters at all time. Huh? Yeah, yeah. There's some DSG haters for sure. DSG. Alright, cuz. DSG, it says, okay, here we go. It says, people tend to forget DSG is strong. He was stronger than Spence. He outmuscled Spence at the end. If DSG would have upped the pressure and turned it into a dogfight, he would have Spence problems. That's true. I believe that, Armando. That's a very, very good statement, Armando. That's a very, very good statement, bro. For real though, man. I believe that truly. I really truly believe that, man. If DSG would have upped the pressure, okay, and turned it into a dogfight, he would have Spence. He would have gave Spence problems, and that's true. That's very true. That's very true. DSG skill set at 154. Give me a name. DSG versus Canelo. If Canelo versus Charlo, who wins? We'll let the DSG versus Charlo sink in. Wow. Wow. I don't know though, man. That's a tough call right there, man. That's a tough call right there, man. That's a tough call right there, man. It's a tough call, man. I'm gonna be honest with you right there, man. Uh, he says, "Hey Corey," you know the DSG. He says, "Hey Corey, you know the DSG haters is at an all-time high." Hell yeah, I know that. You already know. But I mean, Danny Garcia's getting haters, but he doesn't have. I feel like he had way more haters back in the day. He doesn't have as many haters now. You know what I mean? He had a lot more back in the day. You know what I mean? So he lost some. So it's like the haters is they not really they are still around, but they're not around as much as they were back in the day. You know what I mean? I ain't got no light in this bitch. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna just give y'all content, man. The hell with looking at me. But yeah, he says skill set for skill set. Okay, DSFG boxing. It says free smoke. Skill set for skill set at 154. Also, DSG still has 147 pounds redemption fights. They're long overdue matchups. Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true. You know what I mean? DSG definitely has some definitely can up it a little bit, with his with the competition and shit. Um, but we gotta see. He says I can't type for shit today. Fuck. He says I need a new phone. My shit all cracked. Yo, damn, bro. He says, hey Corey, if DSG was given his factual wins, DSG would be undefeated. DSG says 154. What would they say? Well, I mean, no, Corey, DSG haters are still haters, still. Alright, then. So I'm telling you right now, you guys, that, I mean, DSG at Danny Swift Garcia at 154. I think he can fight right off the bat. I think he can fight a guy like, man, that's why I wish I was home, y'all. Who's in the top 10 right now? Who's in the top 10? I think he'll fight a top. He might not fight a top 10 opponent for his first opponent. Danny Garcia said he was gonna get 2 warm-ups or 1 warm-up, and then he was gonna fight a top fighter, a world champion at 154. That's what he was saying in the interview. So, that's one of my things. Armando says in the 12th. He says in the 12th round, the last 10 seconds of the Spence fight, Spence decided to trade against DSG, and DSG rocked him. DSG could have probably won that fight if he made the right adjustments. Wow. Yeah, that's true. That's true, though, man. Oh, hey, look. Hey, look. I'm feeling that, man. For real. He says, come through DSFG boxing. Chill. I'll go live at 8 or 9. Matter of fact, how about this, DSF? I'm going to go live at my house at 8 or 9. If you want to hop on, let me know. Hit me up on the Instagram at Corey Lee Boxing on Instagram. Corey Lee Boxing on Instagram, IG. He says, -3 robbery victories. I mean, yeah, they were robbery. I mean, you can't necessarily say they all robberies, though, bro. You can't say all three was robberies. I mean, yeah, some of them was real close and shit like that. But robbery, that's kind of going far though, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. That's kind of going far though. 3 robberies? I don't think so, man. Not the 3-piece though. Not the 3-piece. Not the 3-piece. He says -3 robbery victories. He says all DSG 7 and 5. But see, he got more losses in that though. That's what I'm saying. Like he's got way more losses in that. So you can't even necessarily go on that though. You know what I mean? He got more losses in that. You know what I mean? He got way more losses in that. You know what I mean? Yeah, what you doing, cuz? Sit on the phone. What you doing? You alright? Yeah, he up in that joint. I think he up in that joint right now, actually. On my little live joint and shit. Yeah. Huh? My heart. Hey, I don't know, like, shit, just call him. Alright. He says, but I do like the move by DSG to 154. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good move. I ain't gonna lie. The move was pretty good. I ain't even gonna lie. You know what I mean? But because 154 pounds is still a pretty hot division, man. You, like I said earlier, you got Tony Harrison, you got Julian J. Rock Williams, you got a whole bunch of other people. Jamel Charlo, Castellano, Textera, Adams, Brandon Adams. He just came off of a really good win, knocked dude the fuck out, ice season. And it's ice, baby. He got ice, bro. And I was like, damn. Like, I don't know, man. When dudes get ice like that, bro, it's like, oh no. Like, you gotta, it's crazy. Because it can go down like that. Like, for real. But, I don't know. It's ice season for that man.
DSG 8-4 Porter. I personally thought Danny won both fights. Spence, he says both won both fights. Spence, end quote. He says DSG versus Spence never dominated. DSG second round plus 5 rounds. Any Spence fan wants to debate me. Yo, you, yo, hey, yo, you gotta come on, man. Y'all out of control with that, man. Chill with that. But yeah, man, I gotta get to business, man. I might go live in a little while, okay, you guys? Hit me up for that, man. All right. You guys have a great day. This is Courtly Boxing, and we are definitely back with another banger. Peace out, you guys. Later.